whole lot. So let me tell you, I work at Baptist South. Anybody's familiar with Montgomery? I work at Baptist South down here on the boulevard. So I'm in cardiology, which means I work with heart.
All right.
I work with heart patients. So my particular department is telemetry.
Mm-hmm.
So in telemetry, what we do is we monitor heart rhythms. We don't have direct patient contact. We don't not necessarily touch patients.
Right.
We just monitor like their heart rhythms on like these like monitor screens right here. They'll have like heart rhythms coming in all day. We only got 2 shifts, day shift, night shift. So we're there for 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Monitor heart rhythms. We work with the doctors, we work with the nurses. They call us or they come down to our department, ask us whatever questions they need to know about a specific patient. How long have they been in a specific rhythm? For those that do not know, everybody that's walking around right now should be in a normal sinus rhythm. That is the normalest rhythm you can be in.
Right.
Sinus rhythm. Just a basic education, just basic knowledge, just for anybody that want to understand.
What's some of the things that put you in a normal sinus?
Just a normal sinus rhythm means that your heart is beating at the perfect circadian rhythm it's supposed to be, like from birth. Mm-hmm. Like when you're born, your heart is beating correctly.
Right.
That just all the sinus rhythm means. There's no hole in your heart.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with your heart, no congestive heart failure.
Okay.
Nothing like that. Your heart is beating perfectly. And when I first started, I actually got a picture of what my heart looked like. I was in perfect sinus rhythm. Perfect. So I was like, thank you, God. My heart beats the way it's supposed to beat. That's something else we got to start doing is start speaking over ourselves. Positivity.
Right.
Speak.
Right. And you've been doing that.
Every day I speak life over myself. My heart beats the way it's supposed to beat.
Right.
My body functions the way it's supposed to function. I don't go to the doctor, y'all. I don't have a health condition. I don't have a health problem.
Right.
I get up and speak health over myself every day. So
Right.
that's just something I want to share with y'all. Make sure you get up and speak over yourself.
And that's important for a person in the health field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they need us to be healthy so we can take care of the sick.
Right. Mental. Yeah.
Listen, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual.
Right.
It all plays a part together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do at Baptist South. Oh, and we hiring. Again, listen, not just my department per se, but Baptist South is always hiring. Like, you can get trained in any department. Go to baptistfirst.org, click on careers, and see what you want to do. Listen, I've been showing people around the hospital just whatever. They want to start venturing out from our department and seeing what other things they can do. Baby, because I'm so well known, I just go to all the departments.
Right.
They talk to us. They tell us what education is required. They tell us what you need to do. But basically, you could go to any department and they will train you to a T to do anything you want to do. Respiratory, physical therapy, occupational therapy. Anything you want to do, you can get trained.
Right.
So don't think like, oh, because I don't have this particular requirement, because I don't have this particular degree, I can't apply for this position.
Right.
Go ahead and apply for it. And then do the interview. And once you do all of that, they'll get you to wherever you want to go.
Once I'm on, you got to show me.
I'm on. Yeah, you got to show me how to do it your way.
Right.
You can go. You can go anywhere. You got to show me how to do it your way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just something for anybody that's out there looking to, venture out into the healthcare field. Always remember, you're going to have to be trained regardless, whether you got an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, or a doctorate degree.
What made you want to get into this field?
Oh, I always wanted to be in pediatrics. So what happened was I ended up going to Virginia College. If we remember, Virginia College was off of Atlanta Highway by the Dairy Queen, across from the sneakers, right? Okay. So I went to Virginia College. I did all of my all my classes, but I did it for PCT, which is patient care tech. So I did that, and what happens is at the end of that program, 2-year program, you get a certificate, because it's not a degree program. you get certified in EKG, phlebotomy, and PCT, patient care tech. So once I finished all of that, I decided to put an application in at Baptist South. And I saw they had cardiology, and I read up on what telemetry was. So I put my app, because I was like, well, I'm certified in EKG, because our department also does the EKGs for the doctors. So, for example, if an EKG came through, we had to go up to the floor. And what an EKG is it literally just takes a picture of the heart. You put stickers on the patient's chest and abdomen. You connect wires to it, and it pulls up the patient's rhythm.
Okay.
You just print it out on the paper, give it to the physician, give it to the nurse, so they can see what's going on with the patient's heart at that second, at that very moment.
Okay.
That's what an EKG is. And so one person for the day will do EKGs for the whole hospital. So we just rotate people out for that. So I went to Virginia College, got certified and all of that, put my application in with Baptist South, sent up a prayer, and they called me. Make sure we do send up a prayer. They called me. They wanted to interviewed me, loved me, and got me in.
Right.
Just like that. So I felt like this would be a great stepping stone to get me to where I want to be, which is working with the babies, working in pediatrics, even going off to further my education even more for med school. I'm really interested in going to UAB, Birmingham. It will be another 4 years of education, because you got to learn the doctor stuff.
Right.
Then it's going to be a 3-year residency after that. So it's a total of 7 years to become a full-blown pediatrician.
Right.
So that's the only thing that stopped me from even applying. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to give up 7 years. But if it's a passion of yours, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it. You gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna. Okay, well, I might not want to give up.
Who is it hurting?
Nobody. You ain't got nobody to take care of.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Do it while you're free to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's for anybody else that want to do it while you're free to do it. You ain't got like no special responsibilities like children, nobody to take care of in your household.
Do it.
Do what you want to do.
Right.
Which is why I'm big on wanting to go back traveling. Back in 2022, I did a travel assignment with a company called Medical Solutions.
Okay.
And they sent me to Boston, where I have family in Boston, so I was cool with it.
Right.
I worked at a hospital up there in cardiology, but we were doing stress tests. So the patients would come in. If you're familiar with stress tests, they either walk on a treadmill or they lay down on the hospital bed and they get medicine that mimics walking on a treadmill. So depending on what their situation is, most of the time we had healthy patients come in that would just walk on the treadmill and do whatever they do. And the doctors will monitor everything. We would just be there to take blood pressure, make sure they don't pass out and stuff like that. And that was the day, because the day would be done